Man, I was just going to the Jewish store to get me a sunflower seeds and a Pepsi, and out of nowhere, boom, Buffalo Finest pull up and want to raid the corner store. This is the story how I did my 1 to 3. Like I said, at the time, I was working at McDonald's. This was back in, I believe, 2000. So I was about 16 years old. This is back in 2000. I was coming from McDonald's. I was working at McDonald's on Delavan and Grider. By the way, I hated that job. I was working at McDonald's on Delavan and Grider. So I walked home from Delavan and Grider. That's when we used to live on Fillmore and Wakefield. It's like 2 streets down from Rodney, whatever like that. So I was working at McDonald's. I walked home, and anybody knows me, I love sunflower seeds. So after work, I was like, you know what? I want to go to the corner store and get me a couple packs of sunflower seeds. Just chill out. You know what I'm saying? Relax for the rest of the day. So my mom said she wanted a Pepsi. So I'm like, cool, I got you. So I walked to the store. Now keep in mind, this store, I lived on Fillmore and Wakefield. This store is on Fillmore and Jewish, the Jewish store. So it's maybe a block away. Probably not even a full block away. Like if you go outside of your house, you walk 7 houses down. That's how far the store was. Now, this is an important part of the story. So, I think it was a little bit of profiling too. But the time, this is back when like Pelle Pelle, Davucci, Avirex, Willie Esco, all them coats was in style. So I had this puffer Willie Esco coat. But you know, back in the days we was kind of broke. So I switched off with my cousin Dumar. He had the hard red and white butter soft Avirex. So I let him hold down the Willie Esco. I had the Avirex on. I had the little fake chain from the Central Park Plaza store. Now, mind just back in 2000, I was 16. That's just what we did. So I had the chain on, Avirex, walking to the store. So as I'm walking to the store, right in front of the store is a street called Brewster. So I see a police car like just circling the block, going back and forth mad fast. And they got somebody in the back of the police car. So I'm from Central Park, so I'm trying to look in the back of the police car like, I wonder who this is. So I'm looking in the back of the police car. I don't know who this dude is. I've never seen this guy in my life, or some light-skinned dude. I forgot his name, but this is an important part of the story. I forgot his name anyway. So I go into the corner store, get my Pepsi, get my sunflower seed, and then the Avirex coat, they had like an inside pocket to the coat. So I put the Pepsi on this side, put the sunflower seeds on this side, button up my coat. This is the middle of the winter. You know, Buffalo winters is cold as hell. So as I'm walking out of the corner store, I go to walk out of the door, and 2 police officers walk in. Now, these police officers is notorious in Central Park for just doing crazy stuff. And so I won't get sued, I'm not going to say their names. So I'm just going to say Crooked Cop 1, Crooked Cop 2. We're just going to leave it at that. So Crooked Cop 1 walks over to me and says, hey, can you step out of the store for a minute? And you know me, I'm 16. This before First 48. This before, like, I knew anything about, like, jail, prison, anything like that. I was fairly young. I ain't really had no type of interactions with police, anything like that. So me, feeling that I got rights because I'm a black man in America, I say, wrong thing. I say, I didn't say Crooked Cop number 1, but I said, officer, can you tell me what I'm being arrested for? So then Crooked Cop number 2 gets upset. He says, oh, you want to be a smart ass, huh? So he grabbed me by the back of my neck. He opens up, like he's walking out of the store with me, grabbed me by the back of my neck, opens up the door with my face. So boom, my face hit the door. Grabs me outside. So the police car is outside. Now mind you, it's the middle of the winter. So Crooked Cop number 1 comes over, grabs the back of my neck, put me face down in the car, boom. So it's the middle of winter. So this side of my face is burning up because this police car hot as hell, but this side freezing because it's the middle of a fucking snowstorm. So I'm freezing on this side, burning on this side, dude in the back of the police car just shaking his head. So when I see him shaking his head, I'm like, I know this is going to be bad. So they search me, whatever like that, like, what are you doing, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm coming from work. I got the McDonald's shirt on, grease stains all on my shirt, all that, whatever. They probably thought because the Avirex I hustled or something like that. I don't know. It was profiling. Crooked Cop number 1, Crooked Cop number 2. So this is where the story gets interesting. So they put me in the back of the police car with this other guy, and they like, yo, y'all 2 co-defendants, y'all was together. He was like, I've been in the back of the car for like 45 minutes with y'all riding me around. I don't even know this dude. So he telling the cops, like, yo, he don't even know me. I damn sure don't know this dude. He got caught with like some work. He got a couple felonies. I ain't want nothing to do with what he had going on, whatever he got caught with. But they said we was co-defendants. And at the time, I didn't know what a co-defendant was. I thought it just meant that we knew each other. Not that we had to share each other's charges, which is some BS. Shout out to Crooked Cop number 1, Crooked Cop number 2. So they ride us around Central Park to a couple, how do I say this, to a couple, they ride us past a couple residences that probably shouldn't be there. So they pull up to the residences that shouldn't be there, and there's people like on the porch and shit like that. So they flashing a light on the porch, and then they look back at us going like this, and I'm in the back like, no, I ain't say nothing. I don't know what you talking. I ain't even know nothing. So I'm like, no, I don't know what you talking about. And this is the BS. And the dude in the back of the police car trying to talk to the police like, yo, listen, you caught me. I'll take whatever charges I got, but don't mess up this young dude. Like I said, I was 16 at the time. This dude was probably like 20 something. So he's like, yo, don't mess up his life. know what I'm saying, arresting us both, saying we co-defended. Y'all know y'all wrong as hell. I've been in the back of the car all this time. He obviously coming from work, young dude with a job. He ain't hustling. No, none of that. They wasn't trying to hear it. So they rolled us around a couple other of those type of residences, flashing the lights and all that. Then they took us to like the police station on Bailey, drove us around. I was in the back of this police car for like an hour. Probably like an hour and a half. Now this is the bad part. And you know how I said like the corner store was like a block away from my house? Now I told my mom and them I was going to the store to get a Pepsi and sunflower seeds. They didn't notice I was missing until like 3.5 hours later when they was like, yo, where Rashmi at? So they go outside searching for me. I didn't tell you this part either. So a guy who I knew, well, I'm not going to say I knew because somebody who was in front of the corner store who was doing something they probably shouldn't have did, see me get arrested. Now they walked past this guy who was doing something he wasn't supposed to be doing and arrested me, just left him completely alone. But when my mom would come looking for me, he ain't even say that. Like this, like damn, they're like family. It's like almost like my cousin, the dude that was in front of the store. So they asked me, "Hey, you see my son?" They're like, "Nah, I ain't seen him. I don't know nothing." He seen me. He could at least say, "Yo, got him in the back of a police car or something like that." So, long story short, they searching around. They think something happened to me, calling hospitals, different stuff like that. They take us downtown, and they book both of us or whatever like that. So yeah, co-defendants. They reading down the charges and different stuff like that too. So I'm young. Like I said, this is before first 48 and all that. So I'm thinking like, oh, this is some BS. I'm 16. I can't go to jail. My mom will come down here, sign a little paper, I get up out of there. They're like, nah. So when they put us in there, they fingerprint us and stuff like that. They go to take our picture. So I'm smiling at the time because I'm thinking like, oh, I'm about to be out of here in like an hour or something like that. Like this, I don't know what he doing, but I'm gonna be out of here pretty soon. So I'm laughing stuff in the picture. Police get mad, like, oh, stop smiling, different stuff like that. So I'm like, yo, when do I get my phone call? So he just laughed like, phone call. And they take us into like this, I don't know whether it's the holding center or like that. It was like this long hallway thing with a bunch of pink cells. I don't know why they make pink cells in jail, but it was like a bunch of pink cells, shit like that. So finally it's like this, I'm asking for a phone call. So the dude handed me like the receiver to the phone. He's like, you got to put us to your cell. I'm like, what? So it's like a payphone type of thing, but it's like on this brick thing with wheels. So I got to pull it to my cell. So I pull it to my cell. I call home, nobody answering. I call my cousin Dumar, who jacket that I had on when I got arrested. Wrong thing to do. So he like, yo, I'm like, yo, I'm starving. Like, they ain't let me out. I ain't even get a chance to eat. I ain't get my sunflower seeds, none of that. He like, nah, man, you got to know your rights. They got to feed you by penal code, da-da-da-da-da. Now, at the time, I didn't know he was bullshit, and I thought he was for real. So he was like, yo, they got to feed you by law. Just tell them they got to feed you, da-da-da. So guess what? They don't. So boom, I banged the little phone on the joint. Hey, yo, officer, my cousin said they got to feed me. It's against my rights, da-da-da-da. Officer like, yo, if you don't shut the hell up and come in there and whooping your ass. So I'm telling him like, yo, I don't think I'm getting the food, so I'm just gonna try to go to sleep. Now, when I'm trying to go to sleep, it's like a bench, but I'm like 6 feet tall, so the way the bench is, if you laying, either your feet gonna be hanging off or your head gonna be hanging off. So they took my shoestring. Well, they gave me one shoestring. I don't know what that's about, but they left me one shoestring. Took my overshirt. I have my little undershirt, trying to use as a cover. So I'm in this joint freezing. So I'm mad as hell while I'm in this pink cell on the phone with him. So I'm like, yo, they ain't give me no cover, no nothing. So he on the phone like, yo, they ain't give me no cover. Nah, hell no, that's against the law. They gotta give you a cover and a pillow. Just ask me about your cover and your pillow. So I'm like, okay, he was wrong about the food. Maybe he right about the cover and the pillow thing. So boom, I banged the phone on the joint again. Yo, my cousin said, y'all gotta give me a cover and a pillow. It's against the law. If y'all give me a cover and a pillow, I can't sleep in here. So officer mad as hell. He must have been working a double seconds. He's like, listen, if you clink that thing one more time, I'm coming there and I'm knocking you out. So I kind of believed him at the time, so I ain't asking no more questions. So I'm on the phone the whole night. I done called my cousin. He done three-way. He called my brother. I'm on the phone with everybody. I'm just having a good time because I'm in the cell by myself. Now, mind you, at the time, other people like in this little hallway drain, like the rest of the pink cells, like, yo, I need the phone. But I'm thinking, like, I'm not passing the phone and we ain't in the cell together. I'm 16 and I'm on the phone all night. So I'm on the phone for like mad hours, just talking, different shit like that. So we get up in the morning and they gave us like a donut and it was like a cup like this, like a little paper cup joint with like some powder. And they gave us like some hot water. So I don't know if it was like coffee or hot cocoa or whatever like that. The donut was like fuzzy, so I ain't eat that or I ain't drink that, whatever like that. So this is where me being on the phone all that time kind of didn't really work out with my favor because when they opened the cells in the morning, everybody was in the same room, like the same thing. So boys like, oh, you ain't want to pass the phone, you ain't want to pass the phone, different shit like that. So we go to, I think we go downstairs, it's like that. They put us like in this, this is what happened. So because I remember, because I ended up on the news too. But it wasn't for what I did, it was for somebody else that did some old crazy shit. So they bring us downstairs, they take us to like this little, this is mad long, so I don't really remember most of the story or the details of it. So we walk out like this little back part, And as we walk in to get inside, like they chained us 2 and 2, so it was me and somebody else. Everybody got a partner basically like that. But the dude I get chained to was like a fiend and stuff like that. So I'm trying to drag him along, and I got the AVRAC. So when I get out there, there's a bunch of news cameras and stuff. So I'm like, damn, all these news cameras. Like I really ain't do that. So this is why I'm really starting to get scared. Like damn, I'm about to do life for Pepsi and some sunflower seeds. This is where I get like a little bit worried in the story because I'm like they got news cameras and shit like that. So as I walk past news cameras, everybody else like they do this little thing where they like cover up their face like that. So, I'm just trying to follow suit because I don't know what it's like in jail. I just heard horror stories. So I take the little AVRAC, put the joint on, walking like this. So I guess the dude that was behind me, he got like arrested for like he like kidnapped somebody or something like that, or like he got caught with like some bricks or something like that, kidnapped somebody or something like that. So the news story was saying his name and his charges, but they caught the footage of me walking by. So all my mom seen was me on the news with the AVRACs walking to the joint. So we get into the forgot what it's called, but it's like a room where they put all of us in there, like all of us in there that's waiting for court and stuff like that. The bullpen, that's what it's called. Okay, it was called a bullpen. So we inside the bullpen like that. So everybody in there, everybody in there are lawyers. So they tell you, oh, you gonna get off on this? What you in for? So they went around the room asking everybody what they in for. So they wondered what you in for. He's like, man, I was fighting with my girl, jawed her. Da da da. He's like, man, just say this, blah blah blah. You gonna get off? Da da. Other dude like, yo, man, I got caught with all this work, this ratchet. Da da da. Everybody lawyers is like, yo, man, listen, that's illegal search. You gonna be out in like 30 days. Da da da. So when they get around the room to me, they like, what you in for? I'm like, sunflower seeds and a Pepsi. I don't know what to say. Like I didn't do anything wrong. I don't know what to say. So it's like this real big ass like diesel police officer or whatever like that. He basically tell us like, yo, shut the hell up. I keep talking, I'm gonna knock y'all out. Again, I believe what he was saying. He was big. I've never been in there before. I was kind of a little worried, kind of a little scared. Now this is what I'm saying about the whole 1 to 3 thing. I was working at McDonald's, so my paper was long. I ain't have to do the full 1 to 3. I was fronting about that. I got arrested on like I think like a Thursday or a Friday. Thursday going into Friday or something like that. So they were saying like if it wasn't court in the morning, I would have had to wait until Monday, whatever like that. So the first day they was like, so I'm laughing and shit like that. So they're like, everybody talking about how they can get bailed out, bond out and all that. So I'm like, yo, I'll be out in a minute. Da da da. And today was like, oh, it's no bail. So I'm like, what you mean no bail? So in my mind, I'm thinking like, okay, they said no bail. They mean no bail, like the paperwork ain't ready, or no bail, like I ain't got to put no money out. It's like, no bail, like you got to sit until Monday or until whatever they figure out. So I'm like, damn, this is some bull. And the part about my money being long, I was just playing because I had a public defender, just like everybody else, trying to beat this thing. But luckily, my grandmother held me down. She paid for me a lawyer, different things like that. But my lawyer was like crazy. So we go to court, whatever like that. They read down the charges. Me and the other dude were like that. Even then, he still telling me, I don't know this dude. Like, I ain't got nothing to do with him. He ain't got nothing to do with me. Like, he ain't do nothing. He was just going to the corner store. Y'all was just messing with him, raided the corner store, whatever else like that. So we go to court, and my lawyer is like, so a couple people like from our church and like that came as like a, like a character witness, like, not a witness like snitching, but like a character witness, like to tell them like I'm like in school and working and stuff like that, whatever. So they came, talked to the judge and all that. So the judge is like, this is what I did know about the course. And the judge said, okay, cool, we're gonna dismiss it. So my lawyer was like, no, we want a later court date so we can get more evidence and blah 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 blah. Come back at a later court date because he didn't do anything, he's innocent, blah blah blah. So in my mind, I'm thinking like, okay, judge said case dismissed. My lawyer said no, later court date. Like, this don't add up. If you're saying dismissed, that means I can go home. Why is she saying later court date? So the judge was like looking kind of crazy. Like, what you mean like later court date? Okay, if you want that, cool. So I'm like, all right, whatever, as long as I get out of here. So they gave me like a, I think it was called like an ACD. Basically the way they explained it, like an ACD is like probation, but you ain't got to check in, but you just can't leave the country or anything like that. But I wanted to go to Mexico like a week later for like 2 weeks, but never mind that whole story. So this is the part of the story where it gets kind of. And why I say sketchy is because, like I said, my lawyer was asking for like a later court date, and they was going to dismiss the charges. So my lawyer takes me to like Pizza Hut or something like that, just to talk to me. She's like, listen, I'm your lawyer. Just letting you know anything that you tell me, I can't tell anybody else. It's confidentiality. I'm here for you. So even if you did do this, we can work this out. I just need you to be truthful with me. I'm like, I ain't do nothing. I got sunflower seeds and the Pepsi. So she's like, yeah, I know. But your mom not here, it's me and you. You can tell me the truth. I'm like, sunflower seeds and Pepsi. She's like, yeah, but like with the charges and all that. So if you were to have done this or you were involved in this in any way like that, I'm like, sunflower seeds and Pepsi. Like, fuck, I didn't do nothing. So I'm in my mind, I think like maybe I should just plead guilty. Just say, yeah, I did do something. But I stuck with my rights and all that. And said, no, I ain't do nothing. Because honestly, I did. I was really coming from work. So we go back to court on the, I don't know when it was. It wasn't right away. When I got back from Mexico, we went back to court for the charge and the whole little ACD thing like that. So long story short, the whole thing got dismissed or whatever like that when I went to court. Like I still had the ACD thing. It was still on my record. Like years later, I was able to get it off my record because it was definitely some BS. Now the dude that I got arrested with, like my co-defendant, I never seen him again. He might have got life or something for what he did. I don't know. But, I mean, hopefully he doing good, too. And definitely shouts out to him for at least trying to tell the police I ain't had nothing to do with nothing I do, man. I mean, it was an honest thing. Like I said, I don't know what he was doing. I ain't got nothing to do with that, whatever like that. But hope his life is good and like that. But back to Cricket Cop number 1, Cricket Cop number 2. The crazy part about this is just recently, well, I'm not going to say recently, but in the last couple of years, they both got promoted. After all the dirty stuff that he did, they both got promoted. They both doing really, really well in the system right now. That's just crazy. And if y'all seeing this, like I said, I forgive y'all, whatever like that. It's no hard feelings. My life was great after that. But that was crazy what y'all did, man. I was just a little kid trying to go to work. I never wore that Averex again, and I threw that chain away just in case. But that was some crazy shit that y'all did. But that's how I did my 1 to 3. Because actually I didn't do the full 3 because my paper was long. I only did a day and a half. But I held it down while I was in that joint. I came out not eating pork, all that. Nah, boy, I messed some fried pork chops up. But make sure y'all share the video. Make sure y'all like the video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow me on all social media at DJ Bandana Black. Check me out on Power 93.7 WBOK. Saturday nights, 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. Also check me out on Power 102 Jams. That's based out of Illinois. That's Fridays and Saturdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Remember, life is what you make it, so make it. I'm out.
DJ Bandana.